Kenobi here, only one. Now, is this the best day of my vintage collecting life? I'd say yes. It's a really significant day for me today because this has been announced. I'm not even on it. I'm just on Hasbro Pulse's Instagram. But also a couple of other things. I've just been on eBay and I've won something unprecedented in my own vintage collecting. I've got a few people to thank for that one. Bosk's Bounty. Do I thank the guy, or do I say to him, "What are you doing, man? I've spent a lot of money last few days on a few things, but this is so great that they've done this. Thank you so much, Hasbro." I mean, I know that I have, I've never moaned that heavily about them, but I've certainly had a few words about this, that, the other, and we all have, Certain things they do are unbelievably good, and then there's a few things that leave us scratching our heads, no Dooku, no Bib Fortuna, why are we getting Queen Amidala again, and things like that, the TIE Fighter pilot, that could have been on a Empire Strikes Back card back in the 40th anniversary year. By the way, stay tuned, I would like to talk to you as well about the latest Hasbro Pulse HasLab, the carbonite blocks. I didn't do anything about that the other day when that news came in, so we'll put it all into this video here. But I tell you what, man, half an hour ago I won that thing on eBay and I was, cloud nine, and then 15 minutes later a guy called Nathan Jenkins on my Facebook let me know about this, and then I even went on Instagram and I saw a message from the Sith Lord 229, the Sith Lord 229, and he said, "I saw this, man, and I thought of you straight away," which is me, because you know what, I have been banging this drum for so long. The so-called blue sky cardback Fett, as I like to call it, the Pit of Carcoon, whatever you want to call it, that is an iconic cardback from the 80s, and I'm so glad that you have brought it to the modern era. And the figure looks great as well. As you remember, the VC09 had two variants. You had the Empire Strikes Back and the Return cardback. It was the same image of the, whatever you call that, the rocket firing Fett, or the flame throwing Fett, sorry. And there was two different figures. There was the classic Empire Strikes Back figure, which they did bring back for I think it was 2019, and then they had a re-release of the VOTC Fett, which was more appropriate for the armor scene, as you can see here, for the Return of the Jedi. I guess that's right. There's a lot of people who know more about Fett than I, but I think it's all down to insignia, isn't it, or something like that. But the helmet of that looks very similar to the one that they had on the 5POA Last Jedi figure, which is a great figure. I've got it through there, actually. I'd run off and get it now. Stay there 1 minute. Yes, I'm back. I don't know if Fett will show up on the green screen, but there he is. I can't see myself, by the way. I've got a green screen behind me, and I've got a website in front of me, but there it is. It's that one there. I'll put an image of it up. But it was a good-looking figure, albeit it wasn't fully articulated. But I always said they could, articulate that. But I didn't care what they did, to be honest. I wouldn't have minded if they brought out the VOTC figure again. Hell, that's a great Fett figure. And it's got an articulated rangefinder. This looks like it could have. This one here had a really short rangefinder. Oh, what, Transformers? No, thank you. No disrespect to Transformers, I don't collect that. Sorry, we're on here now again. So yeah, I mean, that looks like if it's an articulated rangefinder and all the trimmings, fantastic. So I'm really happy. The other news was, obviously, I'll talk about the carbonite set as well. As I said, I'll go on there now. I'm on Hasbro Pulse here. I didn't comment on it. HasLab. So the thing I was doing earlier was I won the 4th variant of Slave Leia. There are 4 variants. The first one I ever had was the multi-language Revenge, and then, sorry if you don't know, I'm looking at my collection. I'm in the carded room here, and then I got after that the single pill Return. On Saturday, no thanks to Bosk's Bounty, he and I were talking about variants and things, I managed to get the Revenge single pill. And I thought, I've got to get the full set now. I'm almost there. And I looked on eBay, and there was one available, a Return multi-language or Canadian card. I had to pull the trigger, and I did. So I've spent a fair bit of money there on achieving those items. But, as Black Dart Ewok said last night, he said, you got to get them, haven't you? Because otherwise the prices are just going to go worse and worse. What am I doing here? I don't know what I'm doing. I'm on HasLab. Let's have a look on here. Here we go, HasLab. If I click on here, it should take us to these carbonite set things. Right, so the only thing I wanted to do the other night was, because there wasn't much to say, was I wanted to tell you my feelings on it, and I'd love to hear your thoughts, but to be honest, I was totally underwhelmed with the carbonite blocks. I mean, they could be part of the damn thing anyway. I think they peaked on I don't want to call him Baby Yoda. They peaked on the child. That was awesome. The fact that that was an incentive was brilliant. The child was fantastic. I thought they were going to pack in another card of some sort. I'm having a lot of trouble with this website here. This computer's terrible. Sorry. The carbonite blocks, it's a bit like the first one, the escape pod thing. I mean, what's great about it, it's just a piece of plastic, isn't it? I mean, that could be part of the housing of it anyway. But still, they do look nice. I don't think they're going to be carded. How could you card them? They'd have to bring out 4 cards, wouldn't they? I doubt they'd do that. Anyway, so there they are. Quite nifty. In fact, I'm struggling on their website. Why don't we just go to Hasbro Pulse's Instagram, since I'm on there anyway? There they are. Why didn't I just do that in the first place? So here they are. And the kind of Greedo Erodian, is it? Species looks quite nifty. I know that Tim did a video on this, Bosk's Bounty, to the layperson. And he talked about who they are, what characters they are and stuff. But yeah, I just thought, okay. If they dangled another carrot, fruitier than that, I would have expected, they could push it to 15, couldn't they, if they really wanted to? They could. Someone was talking about a blurg, by the way, and I thought, blurg? When I think of Star Wars animals, I expect to see them in some kind of box. So my first reaction when people was saying in my comments section about they should put a blurg in there, I thought, well, how would you fit it in there? But at the end of the day, Jabba was included with the barge, and he wasn't on a card or anything, he was just in there. So they could have done a blurg, actually. That would have been nifty. Someone asked me earlier in my comments about the Beskar Mando, is he going to be carded? I sincerely hope not, because if he is carded, I'd never want to open him. I'll probably put him on the wall and, not given the life that he needs, he deserves, because he's got the soft goods cape. It would be nice to put him in that cockpit and, articulate the guy. But Yoda's being carded. Not Yoda, oh my god. The child being carded isn't a problem, because I quite fancy just keeping that carded. It's quite small, isn't it? And it'd be nice on the wall. Anyway, that's my thoughts on that. So a little bit underwhelmed by that, but I tell you what, I'm blown away. Hasbro, Pulse, whoever you are, whoever's made that decision. I'd like to think that they've seen one of my videos where I've talked about this, because if I was to have maybe influenced their vote, that's fantastic. I know that it's not just me who's been going on and wanted this, a lot of you have, so give this video a thumbs up if you have been someone who has found me via my total request to have this card back. And thank you so much, whoever has authorized it and given it to us, because I was getting really frustrated with everything. I was thinking, come on, you're not listening to us, but maybe you are. So thank you very much, Hasbro Pulse, and thank you for watching this video. And if you have subscribed, thank you again. And if you are new around here, do subscribe. I recently passed 3,000 subscribers, which is fantastic. Amazing, really. So that's awesome. All right, until next time, this has been Only One Kenobi. Only one. Out.